This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 999. No, this is not a satanic show. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Tomorrow's a big day for me. First podcast in job search to hit episode 1000. I promise I'll get off the subject once I'm done, but it still amazes me that on November 20th, 2010, I started this podcast, and tomorrow's a big day. And today's show is really an answer to someone's question. How can I get a job through LinkedIn? Hope you find this helpful. I hope you give the show 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. It helps other people find the show. By the way, I want to mention to you, I have courses now on Skillshare. Go to Skillshare.com Skillshare.com, or use the link in the show notes that will take you there. Right now, 4 classes, including one for when you start your new job. 3 of them relate to your search, and I'm going to have more very soon. So hope you find that helpful. Hope you connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love knowing that I'm helping folks. It's really nice to know that. And let's get going. The question for today is, how can I get a job from LinkedIn? Now, I want to start by saying there are almost as many ways to find a job on LinkedIn as you could possibly imagine. I can't cover every possibility, but I want to set a framework for you. My friend Perry Newman once said on Job Search Radio that resumes are for when you want to be the hunter. LinkedIn is for where you want to be hunted. I want you to hear that. Resumes are for when you want to be the hunter. LinkedIn is the place where you want to be hunted. Got it? So resumes are for where you're in the proactive mode. LinkedIn is for inviting people to contact you. And you have to think from that mindset. So here's a couple of ways to do it. Number 1, your profile has to be SEO optimized. What do I mean by that? It's not like I'm going to have header tags on my WordPress site, right? No, of course not. But what it does mean is you have to create a site that's keyword rich for the function that you perform and the skills that you use in order to perform your job. What do I mean? I'll use technology as an example. If you are a Java developer, just to pick a simple function here, you want your resume to be keyword rich with anything related to Java. You want it to be repeated multiple times in each function. You want to talk about money you helped your organization make or save doing what you did. The impact of what you did. And if you're not quite sure how to execute this, go to Indeed, search for a job that you'd be interested in, look for the keywords there and how it's language there, because recruiters, both corporate and third party, are using long tail keyword searches in order to narrow the scope. Because as I do this video, there are 400 million people on LinkedIn. So yes, you narrow it by geography. I don't know, Miami, Florida. And you have it narrowed down to 450,000 people with a particular skill set, Java. So start thinking longer than that. Think in terms of the applications you worked on, the frameworks that you were involved with, on and on and on, and repeat them throughout the profile. What this does is when someone's using LinkedIn Recruiter or their free LinkedIn profile to search for talent, they're more likely to find you within that geographic area if you've long-tail keyworded your profile. Also, I have to say that many of you make it a lot harder for people to reach out to you than you really need to. In the summary area of your profile, make sure you have your email address and phone number there. Why do you have to make people go the hard way to get a hold of you? If you're looking for a job and you're trying to make LinkedIn enticing to people to reach out to you, the most enticing way is by giving them a way to reach you once they find you, right? Or they might interrupt me. Well, and just simply say, hey, you caught me at a bad time? Can I give you a call back at? You need to give them a time where you can call them back. It's not hard, but make it easy for people to reach you. LinkedIn is a place where you could also present yourself as an expert in what you do. There are many ways to do it. The two obvious ways are in groups that relate to your area of expertise, and on the blogging platform where you can write articles that relate to your area of expertise and your ideas and opinions. Don't just become a member of a group. Participate. Put ideas into the mix. People will notice you, and lo and behold, eventually people will find you. Years ago, a friend of mine who was at a bank at an AVP level asked me for advice on how to construct a campaign for himself where he wasn't going to be out looking for a job, but he wanted jobs to come to him. And what we came up with was going out and doing public speaking at conferences, speaking at forums, and he started locally and built his way up. And the result wound up being offers from other banks, eventually a partnership in an accounting firm, all because he became a celebrity in his area of specialty. You have that potential in your area of specialty. But I'm an accountant. How am I going to be? Well, there are lots of ways you can do that. I've just outlined a few ways that you can make yourself attractive using your profile, joining groups, and blogging on the platform. Share those items that you write. Share interesting ideas. Talk to people. Connect with them. Create informational interviews from some of the relationships you build on LinkedIn, where you're asking for advice about how you can get to where you want to get to. Remember, you want to be hunted on LinkedIn. Yes, they advertise jobs in groups and on the platform itself, but you don't have to start applying. Most of the success people get with LinkedIn is because people have reached out to them. Because even when you find that next job, I want you to hear this carefully. The person who gets ahead isn't always the smartest. They don't always work the hardest, although those are great qualities to have. People get ahead by being alert to opportunities. Sometimes those are internal to their organization. More often than not, they're external. Be receptive to contacts from recruiters. Don't just simply roll your eyes up into your head and go, another one contacting me. I don't care if it's a corporate or a third-party recruiter. They have an opportunity they're running by you. If you're not interested, just politely say, no, this isn't for me. I'm happy where I am now. This doesn't seem like it's anything different than what I'm doing. Keep it simple. Make yourself someone that they want to reach out to. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, here are a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to start by saying that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, and look at the tabs on the top, you'll see a menu of choices available to you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, help you with a salary negotiation, answer your questions about your job search, advise you about a decision you have to make about a job offer. Those are all there as an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end in half-hour increments so it doesn't have to take a lot of time for each session. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from folks who like it and are interested in my help. Again, linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. You can take my classes on Skillshare too and become a premium member for 99 cents for the first few months. I have a link in the show notes. Just follow that link, sign up, take my classes. Lastly, I want to mention to you, you can find a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it may seem like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I've curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. Again, that's jobsearchcoachinghq.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Take care.